Giving you so much in one morning. So, we're on the 5th step now.
The personal identity.
Okay, relinquish the personal identity. Okay? Anybody want to take a stab at what this is? Relinquish your personality, which is the identity of the separated self. Why? Because it's this identity that is keeping you spiritually asleep. How? Again, this process has 5 parts. Step 1, relinquish the attachment to the body. How do you do that? Demands, expectations, needs, and desires. That's the basis of all our relationships in our personal identities. I want this, I want that. And if I don't get it this way, I'm going to hate you. If I do get it, I will love you. This is the basis of all love relationships, the special love relationships in this world. Everybody's doing this. There's nobody innocent in this. Everybody is needing, demanding, expecting, and desiring of other people. And we will love them if they fulfill our needs, and we will hate them if they don't. That's what it comes down to. And this is all about the personal identity. The next one is gender. Relinquish the attachment to gender, which means that you will not defend either gender. In the Gospel of Thomas, in the very last one, 1:14, Jesus talks about, and it's also in the Bible, that when Peter didn't like Mary Magdalene very much, because basically Mary Magdalene was a very confidant of Jesus. It was Mary that understood most of Jesus' parables, and she used to explain them to the rest of the parable, to the apostles. But Peter was basically wanting her out. And he made the comment, will you tell this woman to leave? And Jesus says, I will make Mary into male.
What? Into what?
Into male.
Meal.
Male.
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 And you're a man.
Male. I will make
God
Mary.
damn Americans.
We're in the bad room.
When he's going to learn to talk properly, come over to Ireland.
What he said, I will make Mary onto male.
Into a male.
Into a male.
Yes, what he's really meaning is, because what he was talking about, there's no male or female in spirit. We're one.
So no feminism.
No.
No more feminist movement.
Okay. So again, your personal identity is surrounded by the body you believe yourself to be. And the way we do this is we defend it. If you see a woman in the Middle East being treated badly, what's your thoughts around that? You know, if you see a man beating up a woman, what's your thoughts about that? If you see a woman, 25, marrying an 89-year-old billionaire, what's your thoughts about that?
She doesn't like sex.
You'd be surprised. But the point here is, okay, we have attachments and thoughts to both the male and the female of this world. Okay, we have thoughts around basically, you know, everybody's choice or the way they want to live their lives. You know, the church has very strict, you know, thesis on marriage and living together and living in sin and all of this bullshit that's out there. Okay, are you attached to all of that? Do you want to be attached to all of that? This is the ego. Simple as that. So what this is about, if you see something and you defend it, then you're still attached to male, female, which means I'm attached to separation. I like myself or I don't like myself. I like you or I don't like you. I like your body and I don't like your body. Remember, a single truth must be whole. It must apply to everybody to be true. Okay? So again, are you attached to the gender aspect? You must recognize it when it pops up, correct it, and detach from it. Simple as that. Okay? When Jesus says it's easier for a rich man, or it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to go through enter the gates of heaven. This is what he's talking about. Because the rich man is rich with his personal identity. Okay? When you have no identity, believe me, you will go through the eye of a needle. Camel has no personal identity. Okay? Camel doesn't have good thoughts or bad thoughts. Doesn't have thoughts that are right or thoughts that are wrong. Those are all our personal identities. Okay? So, anybody here attached to their genders?
Yes.
Okay.
So Michael, do you vote?
Let's move on. The next one is the family identity. Okay? Because it's in our families, right, where we hold most of our judgments, most of our attacks. Our family is usually our dumping ground. So there's three types of families. There's the families who are immersed in the special love. There's the families who are immersed in the special hate. And then there's the families who have both. Okay? So you could say families have them all in the good road. Then there are families that have them all in the bad. And then there are families that have both. Okay? So we are attached very, very strongly to our family identities. It's who we are. My father, my grandmother, my grandfather, it can go back a long way. And the longer you can go back, basically what you're really saying is, I'm attached a long way back. Is there anybody here that's completely attached to their family or completely willing to detach from it? Remember, it's only your thinking and your thoughts. We're not on about any physical detachments at all here. Okay? This is only the way you perceive. It's only your perception you're detaching from. So we perceive our family in a certain way. Okay? Now, there's another way we can perceive it. When you get to here, or here, you'll perceive everybody as your family. Because we're all one. And we can't be one when it sits you.
This may be a silly question, but it seems to me if we could do that, just starting with our families, all war would stop.
Yes.
Man's inhumanity to man would stop.
It will stop.
Or my tribe is better than your tribe would stop.
Yeah. So let's even move to the next one.
Okay.
Right? Because all of this was basically Krishnamurti used to call it criminal. I think Carl Jung and Einstein called it basically barbarism. It's national identity. It's criminal. And it's the cause of all conflict in this world is national identity. At that level. So let's move here again. So the next one is religion.
Was number 4 nationality?
No. 5. I jumped the gun there. 4 is religion. 5 is going to be national identity. So 4 is religion, which also means the course. Okay? If you see the course as different or special or better than anything else in this world, you have made it into religion. The course is universal. Okay? Jesus says in the course, it's impossible to have a universal religion in this world, but it is possible to have a universal experience. How you're going to have the universal experience is personal. You have it. You don't get the whole world to agree with you. Okay? And religion is trying to get as many people to believe the story that you're attached to, because that story then becomes very real for you. That's what religion is. Religion is for people who are afraid to go to hell. Spirituality is for people who've just been to hell and come on out. Okay, you all hear that before? Yeah? So, don't make the course into religion. If you're doing the course, that means now you don't put anything else into the bad room. Don't put the course into the good room. Because then you're just basically you're using the course to split your mind, and you're using it to attack everything else in the battle. Okay? Don't make the course special. If you do, you're here, the course is here, and you're in the battleroom. And the last one then is in our personal identity, is our national identity.
That's number 5, there's supposed to be 7, right? So
No, 5.
We're only 5.
5 steps in this one.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just the personal identity that we're looking at, the 5 elements of the personal identity.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 steps from step 5.
Yeah. So basically, when you look at national identity, and I talked about this on Monday night at our group, is you look at the West here, the West is the symbol of the persona. Now parts of the world is the symbol of the shadow. And now every American government and people in the West are trying to all sort out the East, or trying to sort out the problems in the Middle East. They don't realize they're creating the problem. Okay, here's the West, here's the Middle East. Okay? Everybody else, don't look at the American government for this. Everybody's buying into this. Okay? When you buy a diamond ring, where are you buying it from? Do you remember the Full and Blood diamond? Yeah? Africa has been raped and pillaged for hundreds and thousands of years. Everything in it. You look at blood diamond. You know, we here in the West are creating all the hate and conflict in the West, in the East, Middle East. And if we don't sit up and realize that and do so, you can't. This world is one, and everything in this world is to share, because we all breathe. Isn't that right? We all need to eat. Isn't that right? We're all going to die. Isn't that right? We have so much in common with each other, but there are parts of the world taking all the riches out of other parts of the world, leaving it in poverty and destitution. That's the shadow. So you can see now everything correlates here. What's in your mind is actually what's happening in the world. Every part is the whole. Okay? And what's happening in the world is, like Ken Wapnick, and I love this, used to say, the world is an outward picture of an inward condition. The world is an outward picture of an inward condition. So there are people living in the shadow in the world. And there are people living in the persona. So where are you living? So this is all about the personal identity. It's a this. And again, remember this. This can only be achieved and accomplishment from this level, not from here. And you can't get up to here if you're still driving the persona. You have to come into the personality. So in your meditations, what you can do is basically any thoughts that come into your meditations, just simply see them. What's true, what's false. Don't attach anything else to them. Don't see them as good or bad, right or wrong. Because that, in your little meditation now, will take you into your true right mind. It's open the door into your higher self. So it's kind of like this room, all right, is the ego. When you do a little meditation, or when you use these tools, you go out that door into the hallway. In the hallway, and it's lovely, beautiful. But then there's bliss going through another door. So it's kind of, you're going from here to here to here. It's a process. Okay, any questions on this? Everybody happy? You all look at it.